Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm here with my boy Adam and we're gonna be doing the differential on my S13. So right now my diff is a stock 408 and with the CD9 gears are way too short, so we just went for a drive. And first gear I maxed out at 30 miles an hour and second gear I maxed out at 53 miles an hour. So the 3.5 I'm hoping for at least a minimum of 10 miles increase. I'm about to put my car up on the lift and take the diff off and start swapping it. Good old water diff. So if you guys watched the previous video, you guys know that I went to Clean Culture and I was doing a bunch of tandeming and I actually hit Chris Rudnick, right side Miata, and this is what happened to the door. Got pretty crunched up. This back part was already done. This front part was new. So this was basically his car. And I hit him and something happened with my steering. I don't know if my rack got messed up or my tie rod got fucked up. When I was at the track, I tried looking at it, everything looked fine. But now I'm just gonna put it up in the lift, make sure that the rack is good. If not, I'm going to warranty my rack out because I bought it from Rock Auto, so it has warranty. I'm gonna have to send it in, get a new one, and put my new rear diff. And then also I fucked up my quarter panel and my wing. As you can see, it got pretty fucked up. The quarter panel got pushed in, my tail light got busted. So this is a brand new tail lights I just put on too, and they're not even centered no more, like they're poking out. So I'm gonna have to push it out, hammer it out, make it fit a little better, but for now it's gonna stay like that. But yeah, so my biggest issue right now is that my second gear is too short, so I'm always hitting the limiter on second gear, and third gear is too long. So I did not check how many miles an hour I get on third gear. I should have checked, I forgot. But so my third gear, the car just falls on its face all the time, and then third gear is just too long, and my car, my turbo is too big to spool up the third gear, and it takes a while. So I want to be in second gear, and which is just, you know, it's way better just to shift less and stay in second and stay in second and stay in second gear will be way better. So this is an R32 GST, just automatic NA RB. So this only came on the non-turbo automatic cars, and this bolts up straight to a 240. It has the same rear housing, the same different axle stubs, but you can use your 240 axle stubs. This is what I have here, and it is the same flange for the drive shaft. So I can just literally take my diff off and put this one in, and I shouldn't have to change anything else, which is pretty cool. And I got a 3.5 out of it instead of going with a Q45, which with the Q45 you have to change your axles and your stubs, and I believe you have to drill the flange for the drive shaft, so it's a pain in the ass. Keep going. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know what was that. I'll go.
The side screws or something.
Yeah, it's the side screws. KBD doesn't matter. Little shake. Yeah, that's good. That's going nowhere. So we're gonna get the car up in the air. I want to check the front end, make sure that everything's good. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a new rack and get that exchanged. And I'm gonna check on my tie rods, because now I got the car online and it was fine, and now the car is pulling slightly to the left, so something definitely got bent. So I'll have to check that and get the car realigned again. I'm just gonna buy some toe plates and try doing it myself, because at this point paying 120 bucks every time I get my car aligned, it's getting pretty expensive, and I have to start doing my own alignments. All right guys, so I found the issue. I knew this was the issue because I was getting more angle than the usual, and as you can see, my bump stop got snapped off. So I was at full angle when I hit Chris Rudnick. So my guess is just that when I was at full angle, it just made too much pressure and it broke it off. So you can see my wheel hit the tie rod, the inner tie rod, and then it snapped off my bump stop, which is right here, and you can see it all fucked up on the spindle itself. So I'm just gonna have to get a new bolt, which is no big deal. Let's get a new bolt, put that on there, and that should work. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna try out. I don't want to take the rack off because I don't want to get the whole car aligned. The car does pull a little bit to the left, but it's not really noticeable. It's very slightly when you're driving normal speeds, which I don't care about that. But the tie rod itself it looks straight, doesn't look bent. I do have a spare one, which I'm gonna bring with us in case it breaks. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, put a new bolt for the bump stop, keep the tie rod the way it is. I want to adjust the camber because this side has more camber, and my tires are all shoot up, as you can see. So I went ahead and bought new tires because at the track, I was having the front end push me a lot since these tires are pretty bald and I had a lot of rear grip, and these are just cheaper tires. So I bought some Acelera 650 ones for the front, which should be way better than this ones. And then I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the camber so I have less camber. Less camber. So fucking hiccup, bro. So I have less camber. So we should be good to do the diff. We only have to remove the rear exhaust. Just take this V-bed off, and then the whole rear part comes off. Take the drive shaft off, axles, and the 4 nuts comes. You know, they're all the way up here, and they're super easy to access. So this diff is super easy to remove on these cars, which is super dope. I don't have to, you know, remove a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna make Adam do have the work so he can learn, and then I'll record. No, I was kidding. All right, so over here, Adam's looking at my welds, and so you can see these welds are not terrible. They're not the best, but they're not the worst. I'm an asshole because I do not clean my metal before I welded. And I was talking to my buddy, and he said, dude, you should start fucking cleaning it. So I feel like once I start cleaning my metal and welding together, it will be way better. Yeah. But I mean, these welds are not terrible for being a dirty metal and a quick job. Like I said, like I barely weld. Like I weld like once a month, or like once every other month, to be honest. So I should really take a week and just like spend a whole week just welding a bunch of random stuff, just so I can use the welding, and then I feel like I'll be pretty decent. But yeah, let me remove this exhaust and then we'll be right back. Pull this off. There you go. Break them all loose.
So I just you're holding the fucking shaft from spinning.
Yeah. I don't have an e-brake.
We're gonna get these taken off and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we're just getting the exhaust off here so we can have more clearance to drop the diff.
Yeah, we don't have to take it out, but we can.
But Gio's gonna be extra.
It'd be easier. There you go. Voila. Just leave it hanging. Fuck my dash bar up.
Fucking hit you in the head.
We gonna show the axles.
Yeah.
So you guys see how dirty these axles and the diff is? Look how the bolts are super disgusting. So
they're just covered.
Yeah. I'm not gonna clean them. I'm just gonna leave them with that. But yeah, they're super disgusting. It helps with rust.
It's just to show you how fucking dirty they are. But he's not gonna clean them.
So when I bought this car, the old motor used to leak a bunch, like the stock KA. And as soon as I put the car on the air, I saw all this oil in the back. So it was worse. Like the whole car was covered completely from front to back. And now what's left is just the diff. So once I put the new diff, that diff is super clean over there. So I don't have to worry about cleaning it, thankfully. So yeah, just gotta remove these. Should be good.
Cool.
All right, guys, so we got the axles off, drive shaft is off, the exhaust is off, and the back 4 bolts are off. So the only thing left is the 2 bolts up front right here. And then I'm gonna need Adam's help to carry this out because I don't want it to fall on my face. But I don't remember if I have to drop my sway bar. I might just drop it because it's only 4 bolts and it comes right off. This will be safe, but yeah, we're about to take it off.
Nope.
Alright guys, so the diff look exactly the same. We thought they were like exactly the same diff, but when they spun we spun both diffs and they're different ratios. So at least we didn't get fucked. We were worried because they look exactly the same, but I mean they're around the same year.
It says R32 on
so it must be legit, you know.
Yeah, fucking paint pen over here.
But yeah, so the good thing that, like I said earlier, this bolts up straight to the car. I don't have to modify anything or use different axles.
Just filling it up right now.
Yep. I went ahead and I bought 2 spare axles, like brand new ones, just in case this ever break. I had 2 spare axles, and I am gonna take this diff just in case I don't like this ratio on the track. I can swap it out. Only takes like 30 minutes to swap out the diff, like 40 minutes, so I can do that at the track if I want this diff back in the car.
Yep.
Yeah, we're about to fill it in and put it back in the car. Good morning.
All right, so we got the diff up in here. It's all main bolts. Gio's just bolting up the drive shaft right now.
Last up is the drive shaft, and then the sway bar. Just the 4 bolts in each, 2 bolts on each side, and that's it.
Yep.
Which would be
ready. And then the exhaust too. Oh, yeah. But the exhaust is just a V-band, so.
And then we're gonna go ahead and put a bump stop on the front.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Fix it.
Yeah, fix it, and that should be all. I might adjust camber because the right tire, like I said, it has more camber. I need to get the car aligned, pulling to the right, but I'll probably just wait till the next event. I'm gonna order a new rack and then get the car aligned after that.
Because alignments are tax for low cars.
Exactly. So, yeah, there's no need for me just to go get an alignment right now when I might replace the steering rack.
Yeah, we get it put back together, and then we're gonna go for a rip and see how the new diff is, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's more miles per hour, right?
Yeah. I'm looking for anything over 62. I'll be happy since that'll be a 10-mile increase.
Yeah.
On second gear. So we shall see.
Go.
All right, guys. You can see the diff is all the way in. We got fluid in it. All the bolts are tight. All the axles are tight. The drive shaft is tight, so it's all good. Now it's just time to go to the front and do the bump stop. And this should be all of it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we just gotta fucking take this off because it's snapped. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. I think Gio showed it earlier, but. And then just put a new one in so it looks like this one.
Alright, so Adam's trying to get the bump stop off, but since it's snapped, it's a little hard to come out. So I'm gonna have to weld the nut to that stubby, so that broken bolt right here. So I'll probably just weld the nut to it and take it out that way, because right now he's trying to take it off with the pliers and it's not working. And I have to take the camber out this side. When I want to get the car aligned, I like FDF, but what I do not like is when you got adjust camber or anything else, you have to take the whole bolt off and adjust it from here and then put everything back together. So it was taking forever when we were doing the alignment. So this side has like 5 degrees of camber and the other side has 4. So it's a whole degree difference. So I might just rotate this a little bit more in and just eyeball it. But it's easier to do it here than doing it at the alignment rack. I was there for like 2 hours, and the guy who was working on it was just it was just annoying because he turned a couple turns in, put it all back together, then get the whole alignment rack set up, check it, and then take it off and do it again. So it took you a long time. So I just wanted to leave it as close as possible, and then I come home and I would just do it here. So I'm just gonna go ahead, take this bolt off and put this in a couple threads more, and that should give us close enough to 4 degrees of camber so it matches the other side. Yeah. Alright guys, so I never ran this car without a bump stop, and as you can see, this fucking wheel, it has so much angle. I always wonder how people can get so much angle out of their FDF. And I mean, don't get me wrong, my car, the way it is, it has a bunch of angle to it, but this is maxed out. It's almost like, it's like 85%, it's like an 85 degree, you know? Crazy. And as you can see, if you ever run a bump stop, you run into this issue where the knuckle hits the, basically the control arm and everything hits because it's all maxed out. So if I turn it all the way, I can feel it like get stuck. So if I go like that, I can feel the steering shaft get maxed out. And my guess is it's happening because I haven't relocated my steering shaft. I mean my steering rack. So my steering rack is still in the same OEM position, and that's my guess. That's why I cannot run no bump stop. Which, I mean, the car, even with the bump stop, the car had a bunch of angle. So I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna just mimic the other side and run one. So thank God it's not my rack. I know for sure now that was the issue. So I'm just gonna go ahead, maybe put it like this far in, and that should give me way more than enough angle. Like I said, this car always had enough angle when I was drifting, never had an issue. So yeah, let's put it back in and we should be good. All right guys, so we went ahead, we adjusted the bottom arm I did 2 full turns in. Hopefully that's close enough to 4 degrees. Who knows, but it should be good enough. And then we put the stopper. As you can see, we have another bolt in here as a stopper, and that gives a way less angle, as you can see. But that's more than enough. The car always had a lot of angle, so that shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, I'm about to put the wheel back together, and then we can go for a drive, and hopefully the rear end is good.
Yeah.
And this shouldn't give us no more issues. So we're all done, putting the car down now. Everything's tight, everything has fluid. Everything up front is tight, so we should be ready to go for a drive now. I don't know why the car is so disgusting. It's like a bunch of random stuff on the windshield, but gotta clean that out and go out. Alright guys, so here I have my speedometer, since I don't have a speedometer in the car, and this is really accurate. And like I said, we got 52 miles an hour earlier on the 3.5, so we're about to see how much it gets with the... I'm just gonna let it hit the limiter on 2nd gear, and we'll see. I got 60 there.
Yeah.
So I picked up 8 miles an hour more.
Definitely longer for sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it again. I wanna do it on a flat surface because that was kind of like a little downhill. So I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit and go out again. My alignment got worse by adjusting the camber. As you can see, my wheel is crooked now before it was straight. So that's kind of sucks, but whatever. Yeah, we're gonna let the car warm up. It's already at 170. This reads 20 degrees off from the stock ECU. So it's around 170 already, but let it warm up and then we'll be back. All right guys, so I just resetted my counter. We're about to go 1st gear since that's we did 30 miles an hour last time. About to see the difference now. So we hit 36.8. That's 6 miles an hour more in 1st gear and 2nd gear. I hate how loud this shifter is. So we got 60 miles an hour more. So we got 60 on 2nd gear instead of 52. So that's a 8 mile an hour difference. So that's to drifting that takes a lot. So 8 mile an hour more on 2nd gear is a big difference. So yeah, it's pretty good. Grab out the little donut here, test it out. Make sure no one's coming. Let's see. Gear's way longer now. You can tell right away. Holy shit.
Damn.
Ooh, I'm pumped. Hell yeah, guys. So that's what I wanted. So now the car is technically a 350Z. So we have the motor, the trans, we have the CD009, and then we have the rear end as well. So the car is basically a Z drivetrain. So that's pretty good. And you can tell right away 2nd gear is so much more longer. But yeah, I love beating the fuck out of this car. God damn. Alright guys, but yeah, I think that's enough of beating the car up. It was good. The car is better now. Even cruising, the car feels so much better. Every single gear is way longer, and which would be better when when I drive the car on the street, it'll be a little better, and especially when I'm on the track, especially with the new layout that we're gonna be running at the USAIR. 2nd gear will be so much better. I won't have to worry about just making the limiter every time, and I should have the wheel speed to keep up with other people and to manage the power. So if you guys want to watch the car, any of my other cars, I'll be at USAIR next week. So if you guys want to watch a video coming up with me at the comp, make sure to click that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.